Welcome to the Amazing Authorities Podcast, where game changers, visionaries, and category leaders share how they built their brands, platforms, and global influence. Your host is Mitch Carson, international speaker, media strategist, and creator of the Instant Authority System. If you're ready to learn from those who've done it and want to become the go-to expert in your space, you're in the right place.
Welcome to a very relaxing session where you can learn through ancient Chinese methods how to manifest everything in your life. And I've got the world-renowned expert, author, speaker, leader, coach, Roy Phay here with us today. Roy, welcome to this great session.
Thank you, Mitch. Thanks for having me. And I'm really honored to be here on your show and to be sharing with what I know over the last few years of practicing Chinese metaphysics and Qi Men manifestation with you guys today.
Great. I know you've been in this space for several years. Fantastic. I can only speak to the results before we dig in on your book, because this is an author interview. You at my Speaking Mastery program, I just followed my gut, felt like it was good for you to come in and break up the monotony of listening to the loudmouth American and bring in a local Singaporean man. You brought in and you relaxed the whole crowd through Qi Men manifestation. Tell us about that a little bit first. Give us some context before we dig into your book.
Right. So in the world of Chinese metaphysics, most people heard about feng shui, which is huge around the world. I think even in America, people heard about that. They use that. So feng shui is actually using the house to harmonize the energy so that people stays in. And you hear about bazi, you heard about all the different discipline of Chinese metaphysics, right? Including face reading, including palm reading. All this belongs to this world of Chinese metaphysics. There's this one little less spoken one, which is called Qi Men Dun Jia, right? So Qi Men Dun Jia only become very popular in the recent years because people start noticing that. And for many years, business owners has used this as a business strategy. So I always like to share, it's very similar to Sun Tzu Art of War, right? Sun Tzu Art of War is a war strategy that's been used in ancient China, dated 500 years or more. And it belongs to the Chinese metaphysics as well. It's just used as a war strategy. So the Westerner took the classic of the 36 strategies and translated into English and become a business classic. Now it became a business tool for consultants and how to do strategy and everything, right? The only thing about Sun Tzu Art of War is a lot more about paper talk, concept, and just a lot of the top level kind of strategy. So Qi Men is also very popular in the ancient China, where a lot of the ancient sages use Qi Men to fight wars, to win the war strategies. A very typical character in the Chinese real story during the warring time is this strategist called Zhuge Liang. So he is a very well-known figure in the Chinese metaphysics space. And he uses Qi Men to win wars and battles during those times. So what's the difference between these two? Sun Tzu Art of War versus Qi Men. Sun Tzu, like I said, is more on a concept basis, whereas Qi Men gives you the very practical aspect of things. Say, for example, I want to close this project. I want to get this sales. I want to achieve my business target this year. So how do we use Qi Men? Qi Men will tell you how to do it, where to get it, which direction to get it, and the methods and the steps to get it. So to me, it's something very practical. It have helped me tremendously over the years to achieve at least 50% of my yearly goals and dreams in my life. So that is a quick summary in a nutshell, what is Qi Men Dun Jia and what is Qi Men manifestation.
Well, and you mentioned Sun Tzu, which has been a strategy taught in the War College here in America. In the Pentagon, they have what is called a War College. It's strategy. They refer to Sun Tzu. And in effect, it's also a corollary to what you're teaching. Qi Men, isn't it? It's all interrelated.
Yeah.
So, okay. So
Yes,
China is inside America in the biggest way, inside our government. And it's in the War College. So the generals learn all about this. So let's give an example of, I mean, I know what you did at the speaking mastery during the, I think it was on day 2 in the afternoon when they came back from lunch. You took control, got everybody into a relaxed state and did this. Give an example of some successes of people that have gone through your program and what they'll read in your book.
Oh, there are so many of them. One would be this lady. She's a single mom, and she had her 17 years old teenage boys. And I still remember it's 24th December. It's Christmas Eve. And she texted me because she's part of my inner circle coaching tribe member. And I was celebrating Christmas, right? And she actually said that her son needs immediate surgery. It's an open heart surgery. And because it's holiday and she sent a really long text, she was flustered. So I just quickly read the text. I didn't know what happened actually, but what I did was I did a Qi Men forecasting, right? So in Qi Men, one of the very popular strategy or method of Qi Men for business owners or even top level executive is the ability to make decision. You see, the thing about successful people in order to move forward fast and accurately is the accuracy in making decision. And how do we actually be able to make accurate and also informed decision is to be able to see the unseen, to be able to see what's the pitfall, to be able to see what's going to be up and coming, right? So many a times we humans procrastinate. We fear of making decisions because we don't have enough information in totality to make an informed decision. So in her case, what I did was I plotted a Qi Men chart, which is a very simple chart of 9 boxes, right? Of which there's a lot of information in it. Chinese character, we have English as well and all those things. And in short, I could just quickly, in just 3 to 4 minutes, I text her back and said that this heart doctor that you are seeing is very expensive. It's a top specialist. It can help in your son issue, however, it's going to be repercussion. And your son itself, the heart itself, actually can heal by itself. In fact, you should look at an alternative consultant like a TCM, like a traditional Chinese medicine, or doctors, where you use a natural alternative way to heal the heart itself. And you should look at a very specific direction, which is southeast direction, I still remember. And she being the mom, being the mom, she was like going crazy, and she was shocked because she literally went to the top heart specialist in the city, which is Kuala Lumpur, and she literally found the best heart specialist, and it's very expensive surgery. Without telling me, I already knew that piece of information, by the way. And all doctors she went to say your son need immediate heart surgery. Yet at the same time, she trusted the forecast, and then she went to find southeast direction at her house, and she really found a traditional Chinese medicine doctor. Rushed to him. Just 1 day before the surgery, the doctor did another scan by a very specialized person. Came back the report immediately because he's a specialist. And the doctor said, your son don't need open heart surgery.
Wow.
Try my herbs. I'm going to give it to you for 21 days and see how it goes. And till today, the son is 20 years old. I think it's been 4 years, and he's still happily and healthy without open heart surgery.
Well, that's a major ordeal. I mean, he might have been healed with the open heart surgery, but if there's an alternative method through Chinese medicine, TCM, which I'm familiar with, I've been to Chinese doctors, multiple, so I'm a big believer of being open-minded beyond the Western way. They both have their place. You know, when you came up with your analysis or diagnosis through your method, did it involve anything? Because I've studied metaphysics myself quite a bit. There's another methodology called I Ching, using the 64
Yes.
divination tools. There are sticks that are involved
Correct.
in the I Ching. Is that something different, or is that part of your methodology?
Yes, it's part of the methodology as well. And I Ching is divination, so
Yes.
uses the 64 hexagram. Usually, I Ching, we use it, and I personally use it for big questions in life. Say, for example, I use it to say, what is my focus and my team for this year, for the year of 2025? What should I focus on? What should I cultivate for myself? So I use I Ching for that, for big questions in life. For Qi Men, we call it forecasting. You can call it divination as well. However, it's a lot more specific to that issue or to that question that you have. And Qi Men is very good with that. Yeah, it's very pinpoint accuracy. So another quick example is this. I have a Bitcoin millionaire in my inner circle tribe as well. And he's so rich that he owns his own race team. He raced Lamborghini, and he goes around different cities every year, different parts, different race, to just race. And the purpose of him racing, because he loved racing, he's a race car driver. At the same time, he could actually network with all the super rich people. So he wanted to buy Bitcoin, which is just a few months ago. And he asked me to plot a forecast chart and asked, could he buy Bitcoin at certain price back then? And I look at the chart quickly, in just 10 seconds, I say, no, you shouldn't buy at this point. The price will go down further. And he wanted to put at least 300,000 Sing dollars into it. And 2 days later, he texted me. I'm not being called investor, by the way. So he texted me 2 days later and say, thank you. If not, I would have lost the $300,000.
Wow. Wow. So it did fall. So you could use this. Isn't that an interesting, so you could do this for share trading, divination, and or forecasting. Yes. Oh, yes. Interesting. Well, I think now you've applied the money side to this. This has got real traction, because this is practical.
Oh, a lot. I mean, now the common things around is student comes in, we use Qi Men to get them jobs from various positions, from top CEO to just even an admin position. They could manifest, and just somehow they get the job they want. Recently, I just got an in-house legal counsel, which is a very specialized role. Even at her level, she just got a 15% increase in her pay, just 6 months after using Qi Men manifestation. It takes some time. It's not overnight. It's not like a woo-woo stuff. It takes some time because it's focusing on increasing your vibration energy, right? So just a quick sharing as well is the reason why in life many a times we feel unlucky, or we feel there's a lot of obstacles in our life, or feel very negative or depressed, is because our vibrational energy is actually low. When it's low, you naturally attract the wrong kind of people, wrong kind of opportunities or deals. But if you're able to use a systematic approach to increase your vibrational energy, either through feng shui or Qi Men or anything that you can know of, you will start to attract the right kind of opportunity, the people like yourself, Mitch. That's how I get to meet you. Right? And amazing people, in this arena to help you to achieve your goals. And personally, I'm just a good case study of that, how I get from 6-figure in debt, homeless, struggling, having 3 jobs at one point, to now where I'm pretty comfortable. I wouldn't say I'm very successful. I'm just very comfortable now. I'm very happier.
Sure,
you're in a different, like that.
You're in a different space. You're being humble. You're doing very well. And that's all attributable to your shift, and that's great. So tell us what are examples that are inside your book?
So my book gives a good overview, exactly what I mentioned just now in terms of Qi Men manifestation. Where does it come from? The originality of it from ancient China, and how do I actually teach you the step-by-step to do the Qi Men manifestation. There are total 5-step process, which is a framework I created. And that's why I taught during my weekend Qi Men manifestation masterclass, which now we have more than coming to 9,000 students attended that over the last few years. And those students who came in, we have a very high success rate of people using it, and we're having a 21 days challenge of which they do it daily. Just sit down for 10 minutes a day, just very simple, and do your manifestation. And you have 10 minutes to achieve your goals. I think that's one of the best and easiest way to help you to achieve your goals and dreams. So the book actually explained that and also give you the step-by-step on achieving that as well.
So it's the roadmap, or the information is there, the checklist, all that you said. So can someone be like you? Can someone become competent enough through your book or your courses to then become a mini Roy, where they can help family members with decision making, not just themselves, but other people? Or does it still require your high level skills?
Yes, of course. Many of them who actually read through the book, actually the book is a summary of the 2 days Qi Men Manifestation Masterclass. So if you love to read, you can actually read the book and get the gist out of it, because some people like that, and just follow the step. However, if you're able to come the live program during the weekend, which takes you just a few hours for that 2 days, that would definitely change your life, because I have people start getting jobs, they start closing sales, and I have parents down teaching this to their kids, and they get better in their exam. Just back to that story, the 17-year-old boy. So that year, while he was healing for his heart, in April that year, he needs to take a very major exam. Like in Singapore, it's called O-levels, like the Cambridge O-level is their equivalent in Malaysia. And because the mom knew he was just recovering from the heart, healing, he didn't want to push the son. So he asked the son to seek a very specific direction using Qi Men, which I taught her, to study. And she didn't have high hopes because the son, like science or math subject, was having C or D, usually like the low grades. All she wants is just him to pass. That's all.
Correct.
And he just did his best to study. And guess what? The 2 worst subjects in the end got an A and a B.
Wow.
And the mom was so happy. She was like showing me the report cards, like, wow, this is a miracle, just like sitting just the right direction. Just aligning yourself with the right energy helps in the son's study.
Well, that's fantastic. And so what's the best way for people to get in touch with you, to learn more about Qi Men, to maybe attend one of your 2-day workshops, be part of your group? What's the best way to work that, Roy?
Yeah, definitely. You can go to my website, royphay.com. That's my name. Or you can just Google. I have YouTube channels that I've put up hundreds of videos. I have my Instagram on Roy Phay as well. And you can see my video reels. So you can keep in touch with me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can contact myself or my team. And usually if you IG message me, I'm the one that replies to you. It's not my team. So then once you're in touch, we have an opening for any of the weekend masterclass, you can join us, or you can definitely get the book as well. That will help you also.
That's great. Well, Roy, thank you so much for your time today and contributing all this great information and giving us that very touching case study and that touched my heart on a couple levels, because I have a heart condition, had a couple stents put in a little over a year ago. And my gosh, maybe I had to go seek out TCM when I returned to Asia to get some help beyond the Western way. But right now I'm stable, but I think I didn't know TCM addressed heart issues. So that's something that maybe I've learned from you that I should take a look at. Wow. Didn't know that. Well, I'll certainly pay attention to that. Roy, it's been great. Thank you for your valuable information. I wish you great success in participating in this session, and we will see you again very soon. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Amazing Authorities Podcast. If today's episode inspired you, take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It helps more experts like you rise to the top. For behind-the-scenes access and free resources to boost your authority, head to MitchCarson.com. Until next time, stay amazing.